Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions, has been kind of a somewhat hot name coming up as of late. He did interview with the Denver Broncos, and now he has interviewed with the New Orleans Saints. As we all know, New Orleans head coach Sean Payton stepped down, said he wants to take some time away from coaching, been the Saints coach for 15 years, and he just wanted to take some time off. Aaron Glenn spent a lot of time with New Orleans before joining Dan Campbell's staff last offseason. We also know that Dan Campbell came from the Saints as well. So the question comes up, will we have to worry about Aaron Glenn taking off and getting the job with the New Orleans Saints? Which brings me to this topic. How likely is it that Aaron Glenn will be a head coach with either the Denver Broncos or the New Orleans Saints? Now, I personally believe that he has the best shot at being a head coach with the New Orleans Saints. Aaron Glenn did everything that he could as the Detroit Lions defensive coordinator. I mean, this guy took clay and molded it into a vase because, I mean, we lost Jeff Okudah, we lost Romeo Aguirre, we lost a lot of people, man, and he was able to turn this thing around. We know the defense gave it up at the beginning of the season. Then it was the offense kind of toward the middle, and we just started to mesh near the end. You had undrafted rookie free agents that were as cornerbacks standing out. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, Charles Harris. I mean, this guy was able to make lemonade out of lemons, which I think is the primary reason for him being such a hot topic when it comes to the coaching situation. But we got an issue, man, and we got to deal with it. We got to talk about it. The NFL has this end racism thing, and they have a problem they need to fix. Came out yesterday that Brian Flores has a lawsuit against 3 NFL teams, one of them being the New York Giants, that they had already hired their coach while interviewing him. Before they even interviewed Flores, they had a guy that was already hired. And we know that the NFL has the Rooney Rule in place. When it comes to the head coaching job, the NFL requires that there are minorities interviewed for the position. That doesn't mean that they'll get the job. That just means that it is required. If you don't do that, you can be fined. But there's been many, many teams that have not abided by that rule. Our Detroit Lions was one of them. In 2005, they hired Steve Mariucci without even interviewing a minority candidate. Now, we know that this thing is still alive and well. Racism in America, still alive and well. Beyond America, it's just a thing that we're going to have to deal with. But the NFL is going to have to find a way to incentivize when it comes to teams to take interviewing minority coaches seriously. We have yet to really see. If I'm not mistaken, the only current black head coach in the National Football League is Mike Tomlin. Just off the top of my head. We had several this past season, and now they are no longer with the teams that hired them. So I don't know. I think if there's any possibility that he does get a job, he won't be in Denver. That was one of the teams mentioned in Flores' lawsuit. It probably will be the New Orleans Saints, just based on the history that he has. But I like what Aaron Glenn said. Aaron Glenn said that his job right now, his main focus, is to be the best Detroit Lions defensive coordinator that they've ever had. And that's the stuff I like to hear. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, of course, the team would be happy and sad at the same time for Aaron Glenn, but you can't, hate on another man's blessings. They're going to have his back whether he decides to stay or go. But obviously, we would love to see what Aaron Glenn could do with a healthy roster, the defensive weapons that we will no doubt get in this year's NFL draft. We know that, he has the potential to really, really vault this defense up and make a name so we won't be 28th to end the season. When Aaron Glenn was asked about potentially coaching, he said, hey, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's what we want to hear as Detroit Lions fans. We are on the lookout for an offensive coordinator as well. Then we got our defensive coordinator that potentially could go off and take a job somewhere else. We have to be honest with ourselves, and the NFL needs to do that as well. They need to really look at this thing, and we all knew that the Rooney Rule was a joke. It was not even taken seriously. Teams could just ignore it altogether if they wanted to. And now it's become kind of a joke as far as to interview a minority head coach. And it's a shame, really, that incentives need to be added in order for you to even consider to hire a minority head coach. And I think Aaron Glenn, if he's not a head coach this year and he does even remotely what he did for the 2021 season coming up in 2022, right now there are 5 head coaching vacancies in the NFL: the Saints, the Texans, the Dolphins, the Jaguars, and the Minnesota Vikings. And all rumors point to Jim Harbaugh being the next coach of the Minnesota Vikings. So that will leave 4 candidates available. Jim Caldwell has been interviewed for the Jacksonville Jaguars position. So is Byron Leftwich. So I don't know. Those are two minority head coaches right there that we could see in the head coaching position soon. But time is running out, and we've seen this over and over and over. You're talking about 9 head coaching vacancies as of the end of the season, and 4 of them have been filled by non-minority candidates. So the question is going to have to be asked this offseason: what is the NFL going to do about the discrimination and the discrepancy between African American and minority coaches and Caucasian? It is what it is, and we have to talk about it. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Let me know in the comments below, do you think that Aaron Glenn will get a head coaching job this year? And if so, where do you think it will be? I think if there's any hope, it will be the New Orleans Saints. Leave it in the comments below. And as always, go Lions.